Today is sometime in mid-April, and it's a pretty nice day today. It's around 65 to 70 degrees. It's kind of windy, so it feels a bit brisk, but the sun is strong, so it's tolerable. You can see the wind there is pretty good. We're getting a lot of leaves now on some of the invasive plants. And with the temperature and sun today, we should really start to see some more leaves on the trees any soon. Let's take a look at how the yard survived through the winter. I didn't expect to be here still, so I didn't clean up the yard as well as I normally do. But inherently I am still here, and I'm going to want to use the yard, so it's time to clean it up. Because even if I happen to win a bid on a house tomorrow, you still got a month or two before the whole closing process goes through anyways. So no matter what happens, I'll be here for several weeks into the warmer weather period at minimum. So, need to get the yard functional. I believe the transformers for the path lights are at the temporary location, so I'm going to have to stop over there one of these days and pick those up. I left all these lights in place just in case I'm still here and was going to want them, and that was the correct decision because I'm still here and I'm going to want to use them. Those should be ready to go. I don't even think I took the plug off of it at the end of the year. Oh, I guess I did. I did take the plug off of it, so I'm gonna have to find the cord and put it back. So we'll do that. I think I know where it is. A lot of leaves on the ground. That's typical. I didn't do the real good final cleanup at the end of last year, so that's why there's so many. The wall broke again, which I guess is just a function of the effects of the frost and thaw cycles. We had those bees here last year. They're not I can't get a clear picture of it because it keeps moving, but I'm pretty sure I determined last year that they were not an aggressive, invasive thing like a wasp or something. It was something else. Oh, there we go. And so I just left it alone. I disappeared after a couple of weeks. Probably just did the same thing this year. The rocks are surprisingly clean. I did clean them at the end of the year, and I guess that was well worth doing because they stayed pretty clean throughout the winter. And there's, little bits and stuff in there, but nothing crazy. So that's that. I think this stuff is from the last couple days. I don't know what that is. Table is pretty sturdy still. Doesn't even look like it needs to be pressure washed. It looks pretty clean. Grass is coming up. These chairs, I'm going to try and limp them through another couple of months of use. I think if I replace this bar here, then it may be okay. Because what's supposed to happen is that should be kind of like that. But if I take this off and just replace it, yeah, that should be good enough. I should have stained these again. I guess I still could, but the damage is kind of already done. Looks fine. I don't see any bugs or anything in there, so maybe we'll start these up tonight. The first startup of those for the year. Bunch of twigs everywhere. That's pretty typical. I usually take a rake through here and get that old grass out of there. You know, all that stuff like that. I also historically put mulch down, but I'm not sure I'm going to bother with that this year. That may not be worth the time. A couple of pretty big branches here. Now this whole thing is a good size thing here. Let's get rid of this. Alright, well, it doesn't look too bad out here. Take a couple of the old things out of the raspberry bushes. You have to do that every year. Just to get, you know, like you can see on this one, this is healthy, it's red and got some leaves on it. This one that's dead. It's not gonna do anything. So I usually do that in the spring. I'm not sure what the correct time to do that is. Maybe it is in the spring, but I do it in the spring just because it's easiest to see what kind of condition this stuff is in. And this, oh man, this is a mess. This has been kind of neglected for a while. Should really clean it out and try to keep it under control. The fence is all busted apart. Geez, it's getting worse. I knew it wasn't in the greatest of condition at the end of last year, but this is ridiculous. Got a big hole there. This all fell down. This falling over. Jeez, what a disaster. No, I'll fix it. I'll get it fixed. And I'll get everything cleaned out. Maybe today is a good day to do that. What a mess.